hard for me to be on my hot girl shit when I'm having to wear layers. I don't feel like I don't want to be outside, so therefore I don't want to be dressed to be outside and that type of thing. But I got these sunglasses on. And then some other updates. Just with work, I just had this huge project. I do group visits, or like when people come to where I work, I'm like the person that they meet with. I coordinate all that, and it was a lot. They brought a 4th grader, which is fine, but usually, like, I work with students that are a little bit older. I'm gonna mute the microphones because I hear like ambulance in the background, and I don't want you guys to be disturbed this early. I think they're gone. I went to the store, and then I got this wine today because it's Friday. Although I have a flight tomorrow at, my flight leaves at 6:20. It starts to board at 5:35. We gonna get into that later. But yeah, I thought it looked like, what's that show? Where they were like robbing the bank over in Italy or something like that, maybe Germany, I don't know. What is that show? Money Heist. I thought that's what this was because their outfits look like that. And then I saw the fox, so I was like, this could be a movie. It's a very interesting bottle, and it was on sale, I think for $8. So I got it. I also rarely drink white or red wine. I'm a white wine girl. But today I was just feeling it, especially since I need something that will be okay. These are my new wine glasses. I got a pack of 4 from, oh, what's that store? I think it might have been Marshall's. I think it might have been Marshall's. Marshall's has some really good deals. They had a lot of Hello Kitty. They had a lot of Hello Kitty stuff. So if you ever want to like stack up on Hello Kitty accessories, or you know someone who's kind of obsessed with Hello Kitty. Why am I having tongue tied with that? Hello Kitty. Just let them like check out Marshalls. And they also have a lot of like pink stuff. It's very like, it's a good spot for kids, I think. And then I got my makeup box from there, which you guys saw in one of the videos I uploaded a few weeks, maybe months back. Oh god, this is why I don't drink red wine. I feel like the alcohol percentage is always higher, therefore it smells richer. And I ate lunch. I have not ate dinner, but aren't these so cute? They're just like, oh my god, it's not dirty, I promise. I just put it in the dishwasher. I don't know. It's a little spotty, but I don't feel like getting a new one, so we go roll with it. Just know it's clean because I haven't used them in a while. Oh my gosh. Okay. I might have to figure out a way to do this. I think that's a good size. And yeah, I'll probably let my fiance cook with it. Oh, I forgot. You swirl it around. I also don't. Okay, so there's like different types of glasses per the type of wine that you use. I'm not like a wine connoisseur, so I don't really know what. I don't know if this is a red glass wine. When you buy them in stores, at like a basic ass store, they're not gonna tell you it's just a wine glass. But I know you're supposed to swirl it and taste it to see like how acidic it is or something like that. It smells very acidic, which means it's, you know, it's a cheap wine. I'm not anticipating too much. But I don't know. There are some wines that are just bitter. Let me stop talking. That's a bitter wine. through some rambles, and we'll try to just have a little conversation, talk a little bit about what the fuck I've been going on. I've got going on. So recently, my fiance's parents visited, and that's one of the reasons why we have so much stuff in our house. They are very generous people. If you're older and you have kids, or like if you're like a kid that's older, not like in your teens, but like late 20s, mid 20s, and you have parents that are deeply emotional and deeply care about you, which is fine because Chad, I ain't got the best relationship with all my parents either, but he does. And parents, when your kids grow older and you get like the empty nest syndrome, where you're not used to them not being around. So sorry, someone's playing music in the background. I thought it was something in the room, but now I'm like, I don't know. So if y'all hear that in the background, I'm sorry. But as I was saying, his parents spent literally like $600 plus on us just for like stuff for our apartment, and then they were here for a week and pretty much bought us meals and groceries throughout the week. And they, like, when you're actually having a child, especially a teenager, you're gonna spend a couple of $1,000s on them every year, and so they're used to spending money on their children. And when their children get old and you move away, you're not able to do that anymore, which does mean you're saving money because you're making more since you're older. But it also means that you get to spoil your kids a little bit more when you have the opportunity to, because you're not doing it on a day-to-day basis. And even like just spending $1,000 one time when you visit your child, that still is not what you're used to spending on, like, the money on them for. They explained it really nicely, and it made sense because when I have a kid and like when they're financially independent, I'm gonna be like, I'm still gonna want to help them out. I'm gonna want to spoil them, and I'm gonna want to buy them stuff if I can financially. Hopefully I'm in a position to do that. And I think if you are in a position to do that, it's just very sweet. And I didn't grow up with that mentality, and so sometimes like people like me who didn't get that can be resentful to other people whose parents like do too much. But I think there's a nice balance. You don't need to be buying your kids underwear or like paying your kids bills 24/7 after they're like out of college or whatever. But like, you can spoil them, you can do nice things for them and take some financial burden off them so that they know they're appreciated and they in turn appreciate you, that type of thing. But I definitely would not be coddling my children past a certain age. You need to become financially independent. You need to know how to do your bills. You need to know how to go out and read a contract, that type of thing. But I'm always here for you. It's kind of the goal. And I think that's a relationship that they've been able to perfect, because I've seen both ends of the spectrum where parents just don't give a fuck, super uninvolved with the kids, don't know what the hell the kids are doing. My parents are like in the middle of the perfect person or the perfect parenting type thing that I just explained, in that like they're kind of hands-off parents, but my mom does like meet me in the middle and she's awesome, but she definitely is not gonna come and like drop $1,000 on me, which is fine because I would never ask her to do that. And it's just like our relationship also that gets more expensive. And I don't want to have to tell people the reason I can't invite them is because of price, because that ain't none of your business. But if I do it out of state, there's just an expectation that like people are not going to go out of their way to come if they don't have to. And another thing, because I may also do it on a weekday, not only because it's cheaper, but because less people might be more inclined to come versus it being on like a Saturday. You got the day off anyway, you might as well come. But long story short, we're not doing my ceremony in Texas, so I don't really need to worry about that anyway. In Texas, with my big family, because I still want to celebrate with them, we're just gonna host a pre-wedding reception, like a celebration dinner. Or I wanted it to be post the wedding, but I just did think that was fair. I want them to be able to celebrate us and then go to the wedding. Or I may do it the opposite way, but I feel like after I do the ceremony, I'm not going to want to have to go back and do this huge party after my ceremony is over. I want to go off and enjoy my time in Pennsylvania and then go off and do a honeymoon. Because the party that I'm going to do in Texas, it's going to be huge. I think I am going to cap it at 100 people though, and hopefully it doesn't go too much over that. And if it does, sorry, the venue has people constraints. I'm not opening it up too much more than 100 people, and I even think that's really generous because that's a lot of people. I can't even think of 100 people right now, but I feel like if I were to sit down between my mom's friends, my family members, people that will have plus one, some of the kids in my family, like I want everybody there. It's gonna be a thing. It'll just be like a birthday party, but a wedding celebration. I got this really cute jean jacket that says bride on the back. It's so cute. I brought it at a thrift store. I wasn't gonna get it, but then I was like, since I'm not gonna wear a wedding dress to this party reception thing that I'm having in Texas, it'll be very cute to like have like a white dress with this jean jacket, maybe some cowboy boots, I don't know, probably some heels. But I don't know what the theme will be. It'll probably be like jeans and gleans or something like that, just very casual, very cute. Or maybe an all-white affair, and I'm the only person in jean, and we do like some blue decorations. I don't know, we gonna see. My mom is gonna help me out with that a lot. She's probably gonna help pay for a number of the things that we have to do for that. I think she'll pay for the food or help me pay for the venue. I really don't think I'll be paying for the decorations. I'll probably buy the liquor, stuff like that. And then his family and his friends will be invited to fly to Texas for that particular event. But we won't, force them to do that because his mom has a connection to a theater in LA, and we're hoping we can even get a discount or just find a really cute venue in like a small town. And I think the actual wedding will probably be no more than 50 to 65 people. I know that people in Dallas, my mom was like, if people want to fly and come to your wedding, can they? And I was like, cool, if you want to buy a ticket from Dallas to LA and come to my wedding and figure out your own hotel stuff, who am I to say no? Like, yes, of course you can come, but I don't think too many people would do that, which is why I'm not worried about telling my family that. And also, they would have already celebrated the wedding with us prior, and I'm still gonna do party favors. We're still gonna do all the dances. It's gonna be a fun time. Like, they're gonna feel like they are able to celebrate with us. But I don't want to say my vows in front of 150 people. I barely want to say my vows in front of 10 people. And I may actually do private vows, but my fiance is really big on wanting his dad to officiate our wedding, and so I was like, okay, his family's smaller, the people that will come to my wedding can 100% fly, we can get an Airbnb, and let's just do it in a small town near LA. So that's gonna be the wedding vibes. Don't know what venues we're picking. I know that I will have Mexican food at the reception in Texas, and then we'll probably do like a small reception at the actual ceremony, but it'll be simple and sweet. I think that I may just take off work for like a week to do this whole stunt, maybe a week or two, assuming I'm at the same job. If I'm not, or if I'm wanting to leave this job, I'll just quit around the time of my wedding and, do my 2 weeks and then go on my vacation and figure out what I'm doing after that, or have something lined up and tell them I can't start until after my wedding. But I do like my job, and my partner likes Philly, so I think that we'll be staying at least in this area of Pennsylvania for a little bit. And styles. I haven't went dress shopping yet. I'm not doing that. I feel like once I pick a venue and start talking to people about dates, we still have a lot to figure out. But this was my fiance's idea because I was telling him how much anxiety I had about figuring out where to do what. But I feel like this is really good. My family loves flying, and I think I get to show them LA. And yeah, it'll be a fun time. And then I get to do a honeymoon. I was gonna do a full destination wedding, but I want when I fly out of the country to be stress-free, and I just want it to be me and my man. I don't really want to fly out of the country and do a trip with all of our family members, because we love our families, but listen, traveling with family, it's a little stressful, and I don't got time for it. I don't got time for people signing up to travel outside of the country with me and then not showing up. It's just easier if we do it where we are. So that's the wedding plan. I've been telling him I want to take engagement photos, but I don't know how I want my hair for my engagement photos. I think it could be cute if my hair is like this, but I still need an outfit. I don't really handle engagement photo-esque heels. Sometimes I want box braids for my engagement photos, so we'll see. You know what's crazy? I think I want box braids for my wedding. I want goddess locks. And when you're a black woman, that's kind of like, for your wedding, you do something more professional, whatever. But I think goddess locks are so fucking pretty. Just like the curly hair and the braids, and you don't really have to worry about your hair messing up at any point. I look the fuck good with goddess locks, so I'm just like, listen, I'm definitely gonna test them before. I've never had them before. I've had goddess locks, not goddess box braids. So I'm gonna get them prior to the wedding just to see what it's about. Do I like it? Are there styles that I like to do? I'm sorry, I'm right by the trash can, so people are throwing stuff away. But I'm gonna get them before. Another suggestion is just to do like a slick back, because my hair will be long enough to at least put in a mini ponytail, I hope. Especially by this time next year. So I love a middle part, like slick back bun to the back. I think it's the cutest style on me. But it's one style that I don't know. Like, do I want like a puffy ponytail at the back? I might just do a slick back into a bun look and keep it really simple and classic and super cute. All of this also depends on my dress. Like, if my dress is very simple, or if my dress is super chaotic, they may influence the style that I have. If there's a lot going on at the top, I'll definitely go with the more simple hairstyle. But I don't know, I love goddess locks. I think they're so pretty. But I've also been looking at past pictures, and I love my face. I love how my face looks when I just do a sleek, slick back look. Like, it's so cute on me. And there are a few styles that I like. I don't want to go too Eurocentric for my hairstyle, which is why I won't do like a middle part bust down or anything like that, or like a pin-up. I don't really want to have to deal with no wig on my wedding day, because I'm going to be sweating, and I don't want to have to deal with my leave out, because I will be dying. At least with a slick back bun, you could put Gorilla Glue on it and it'd stay in place. Yeah, I remember that girl put Gorilla Glue on her head, and it was a whole thing. That shit was insane. Anyways, but like, that's something that I'll figure out again once I get all the details fleshed out. because again, y'all need to start taking y'all kids to the dentist if it's affordable and within your budget. This is my first time in my life ever having dental insurance. So just being fully transparent, I probably have been to the dentist maybe 4 times in the total of my life, and every time my mom got an estimate on how much it would cost, it would be like, girl, I'm sorry, go rinse your tooth out with salt water and we'll see what we can do next year. And it was hard. So now I'm just taking it into my own hands. I'm still young, I'm 23, I got some years left on most of my teeth. People give veneers all the time, so I'm just like, as long as I don't die and I don't have mouth cancer, I would do what I need to do to be at a point where I feel comfortable with my mouth health. But it's expensive, so I don't really blame anybody for being scared to go. It's one of those places that's like, they not gonna talk to you about like a payment plan, and luckily I'm in a financial position to where I got a good credit card, and I make good money to where I don't make a lot of money, but I don't have a lot of expenses, so I didn't even have to put my first tooth extraction procedure on my credit card. I just paid it with my debit, which felt so good because I've never had that before. And when I get the root canal, depending on how much it costs, it might have to go on my credit card, but again, I know how credit works. I am like well equipped to figure out a financial plan to pay down these expenses, and that insurance that I have helps a lot. I think it covers upwards of 80%, if not 100% of certain procedures. It really just depends. So I'm hoping that when I go and get this root canal, I don't really know how much the extraction is. I tried to log into my dental account and see. I just paid the deposit. And she told me that my insurance covered 80% of it, but I'm like, well, how much was it? And I think she said I had to pay like $200. So if they covered 80% and I'm paying $200, it was probably like $1,000 just to pull a fucking tooth out, and that took all of maybe 4 minutes. It's fucking expensive. It's fucking expensive, and that's why dentists make so much. And the people that work there, they also need their money. But I'm just like, oh, the U.S. healthcare system is really intense, because the root canal is also gonna cost me. And in the grand scheme, like I could have paid $1,000, and I came out only probably, I don't know, having to pay $200. That's amazing. I am very happy with that. But it also makes me sad for like, I understand why my mom didn't want to do that shit without insurance, and I understand why so many people just let it go. I've been looking into going back to the gynecologist, because maybe not when I get on birth control, but also I just need to know what's going on with my body and make going to the doctor less scary for me. I need to use my sick days. I need to use my personal time to make sure that everything's okay with me. I feel like I went to the doctor last summer, and it was just like a basic checkup, making sure that I have nothing, that type of thing. But I'm also like, okay, I feel like there's a lot more tests, like is my iron low, do I need supplements, that type of thing. I am trying to also eat healthier. It's really hard. I recently thought I was pregnant, not for any other particular reason than the fact that I was deadly obsessed with hot Cheetos. It was like the weirdest fucking craving. I went like feral for a bag of hot Cheetos, and I was like, why the fuck am I I've eaten hot Cheetos pretty much all of my life, but I'd never gone through a period of time like recently where I was just dying to like have a hot chip. All types too is crazy. And so I'm slowly getting over that, but I can't lie. In that bag behind me, I do have a bag of hot chips. So I'm not fiending as much, but it's definitely like, okay, girl, what's up? But I'm fine. I got my little auntie. I'm good. But it also, it's like, I just want to go see what the PC options are, just in case. I don't want to be scared about anything of that sort, because I don't keep pregnancy tests on hand, y'all. And if I had a baby, I'll be honest, I've been having like baby fever. But I just think logistically, I need to wait until at least we move next year. I definitely don't want to have a baby at my wedding. I don't want to be pregnant for my wedding. Because his mom was pregnant for her wedding. Of course, if I get pregnant, you figure out how to work around it. But I don't want to be putting that out into the universe. And so we're going to find ways to be safer when it comes to sex. Because I do have a monogamous partner, but accidents happen, and I don't need that stress. so seeing that in person and being like, damn, they really did that was kind of insane. Not in any particular way that I feel about the situation at this point, but you know, kudos to people that care enough about their causes to actually go and storm this huge ass building in the middle of downtown DC. I don't give a fuck, and maybe that's a problem with us. We should start giving more fucks. But I ain't never been a person that's gonna go riot. I'm barely a protester, and I don't even really do parades like that. Crowds of people in the hot, or just being, I don't care if it's hot or cold. I don't want to be outside with crowds of people yelling and doing stuff like that. It's gonna give me a headache. But that's why I do not brand myself as any political activist, because listen, I'm for self and for self first. But I do have opinions and thoughts about things, but I don't have strong convictions, which I think will probably go with maybe grow with age. But also, I'm just very comfortable with my life, and I think that at the end of the day, that's always going to be my goal, is to be comfortable. And the American lifestyle affords a lot of us comforts that, you know, yeah, I don't like paying for insurance, but child, I'm here making a video that's going to get uploaded to YouTube, so, you know, what am I really going to be upset about in the grand scheme of my life? Because I could die tomorrow, and I don't want to die a martyr. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be like, she ignorant, but listen, the people that get me, y'all get me. We just trying to survive and live our lives and have a little bit of fun before we leave this earth. And yeah, there are things that you should care about, though. Maybe I'll make a video about some of those things. I don't know, though. I don't know. Don't wanna stress myself out, because it really is stressful talking about stuff like that. Leroy is here grooming himself. Say hey, Leroy. He just wants pets. I saw this other soft ASMR, I believe is her name. She showed her cat in like a 10 things I can't live without video. Our cat is so cute. It's a kitten. I think it was like 6 or 7 months old. Leroy is a grown man. He's a 6-year-old cat, and yeah, he got his own personality. It's kind of developed, and not much to it. So I feel like if I picked him up right now, he might be nice. Let me see actually. Let me see what he's on about. So I told y'all, oh my god, he ain't got no fucking chill. Oh my god, and you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me in the face with your tail? But yeah, this is Leroy. He is low-key a sweetheart. Sometimes he attacks you and your feet and your hands, but I think that's just his trauma from being a Philly street cat. But look at him, he's actually so sweet, and he just purrs. And sometimes he'll just come and sit on your lap, and he's really good with strangers. And if you respect his space, he'll respect you. He's definitely not one of those cats that like doesn't want to be like left. He's not a cat that likes to be left alone. But also he tweaks out a little bit, as all cats do. He gets the zoomies, he gets that look in his eyes, and he got that look in his eyes now where he gets really still and he's just staring at something. But yeah, that's Leroy. I got him from a shelter. His name was Charlie before, and we love him. He's our son currently. I can't remember what he was like to have him, or to not have him. And as you can see, he's a little sneezy baby. So he sneezes. He has herpes, which we need to get him meds for. But every time we talk to it, we're taking him to 2 vets. They make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. And I don't know, but he do be sneezing. And he probably will be sneezing for the rest of his life. Say hi, Leroy. Okay. Another thing, I'm going to Florida. That's what that bag's for. I have to fly Frontier. Like I said, my flight is super early in the morning. I leave on Saturday at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get back on pretty much Sunday night at like 12:30 at night. And then I have to be at work the next day at 8 a.m., which means I have to wake up at like 6:45, 6:30 to get ready and drive to work at 7:30 after getting home at 1 a.m. And I have to do a full day of events. But I'm taking off Tuesday because I'm gonna be fucking tired. And it'll be fine. I'm just gonna be running off nice, and it's been really cold and rainy here in my area of Philly. So I'm excited. I'm gonna land, go to the bathroom, throw on a bikini, and then go to the fucking beach and spend some hours there. And then I have to check into my hotel, because you all know hotel check-in is like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm gonna use the time between when I land and between when I have to check in. Oh, he's so sweet. Between when I land and when I have to check into the hotel to actually go to the beach. And then after I check in, I'm probably gonna shower, of course. And then I have a dinner to be at like 7 to 10 p.m. I'm not staying that long. I'm gonna go, 6 to 10 p.m. So it's like a 4-hour event. They got me fucked up. So I think I'm probably gonna get there at like 6:30. You don't show up first, but definitely don't show up too late to where people are like, oh, these black people always don't show up on time. I'm very aware of the fact that people call it colored people time, and it's just the idea that colored people or black people just show up late to everything, so you gotta tell them this is the actual time. Plus, I don't think everybody else will show up exactly at 6, so I'm gonna be there at 6:30. I'm gonna leave my hotel at 6, and whatever time I get there is what time I get there. And they said parking was hard, but I feel like the parking gods are always with me, and I'll find a place. It's at a beach house. My job is a little fancy sometimes. And they said keep it casual, so after I finish this video, I'm gonna try to find the outfits that I'm packing. And since I'm only there for a total of 2 days, I don't really need that much. I also mentioned I'm flying Frontier. They're ghetto asses, so I have to be very mindful of not overpacking for this trip. But yeah, I will go to the dinner. I will probably leave at like 8:39. Probably before that if I don't like nobody, but we'll see. I'll probably find a friend or two, hopefully, that I can hang out with. And there's gonna be drinking and dancing, and there's a buffet. They used to do a boat. They used to like have everyone meet and like take a boat for this event that I'm doing is like a reoccurring event, but this is my first year at this job, therefore my first time attending this event. And in previous years there's been some tea about people getting so drunk they almost fall off the boat that the company rents for all of the people that are flying in to do the fair or whatever. So it's just been real like, damn, I would have loved to. I don't know if I would have wanted to be stuck with drunk people in a boat looking back, so I'm happy it's at a beach house, and it looks gorgeous, so that's exciting. I don't know what to wear, because they said keep it casual, but like if I go and everyone's in fucking pantsuits and stuff, I'm gonna fucking flip out. But I also can't wear like booty shorts and a fucking tank top, which is what I wear outside of work. I'm not really a booty shorts girl, but I don't want to show up in like anything that's not too, like nice or whatever. So I have this dress that I could try to fix prior to going, or I just went and got a bunch of new stuff at the thrift store and I washed it so I could find something there. It'll be cute. I'm not super worried about the clothing, but I want to look nice, because I like to dress to impress. People respect you more the better you look, and so I don't want to show up looking like a bum, which is why I'm going to the hotel and changing and doing all of that stuff. And I didn't want to go to the event at all because I'm super antisocial, and I feel like I won't go to parties if I don't know nobody there. And that's exactly what this is giving. Like, I'm just supposed to walk in and find people to talk to, but it always works out. I usually find the person that's not talking to anyone, usually a girl. It is very weird that I will approach a man first. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Unless he looks gay. So there are a few times where I feel like I have to just talk to the guy next to me because it's the nature of my job. But most of the people that I meet at these fairs and most of the people that I enjoy and love having conversations with, they're women. So I'm hoping to find a woman at this fair. Long story short, or this event. And then that ends. I go back to my hotel, which means I can't get too wasted because I that's for the families. And then it ends at 3, and my flight's not until 9 p.m. So after that, I can't check back into the hotel again. Checkouts right before I leave in the morning on Sunday. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a beach to go to. And yeah, I'll be at the beach spending the last few hours there. Might grab dinner before I have to drop the car off at the airport. Get dinner. No, I'll probably eat dinner at the airport. So I'll just drop the car off after I have left the beach. Say goodbye to the gorgeous, gorgeous weather in Florida. I feel like there's a loud pitch sound with my S's, so if that's been like hurting your ears, I'm sorry. I'm still gonna upload this video because I haven't uploaded in a while, and all my people, I'm not too worried about the quality of this. Speaking of credit cards, I just think I have to invest in a mic that's over the price of like $90 at this point, and I could do it when I get paid. I technically could do it now. I'm probably just gonna go online after this since I'm a little tipsy. I'm a little bit more careless with my money. Oh my god, he's attacking my phone. Oh my, he's so inconsiderate. After this, I'm gonna just go shop for a more expensive like microphone. I love this microphone. I will miss this microphone. But like everything, you just gotta grow out of some things. And so, let me know what type of content you want. One of the content ideas that I have is showing you guys all of the clothes that I thrifted, because you can find good stuff when you thrift. But I don't want to have to try on the stuff. So I don't know, it might just be like fabric sounds. If there are any other videos that you guys are super interested in having, let me know. My B-roll just went off, but I'm gonna have to miss it, unfortunately. Or I could end this video in the next 2 minutes and make it. But I started crocheting again too. So I will be trying to make a headband all of tomorrow. But yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. Let's cheers to a 40-minute video. When you drink